Hey sis, is now a good time to talk? Hello, Tiffany. It's not like you to message me. Is everything okay? I heard you quit your job at Globex Corporation. Is it true? Why would you quit such a good company? They're like one of the most famous companies there is. I don't get it. Huh? Sure, I quit, but that was 5 years ago, Tiff. How come you're asking me about this now? So basically, what you're saying is you're an unemployed NEET right now? No, why would you think that? I'm working. A lot, actually. Huh? Wait, what? I'm pretty sure I told everyone last time our families met, but Globex Corporation didn't have any issues with its employees having secondary jobs. So I worked as a designer on the side. Over the years, my design work came to occupy more and more of my time, and I got orders from more and more clients. Eventually, I was making enough money that I figured I could make the same as or more than my salary at Globex if I quit and went full-time with the design stuff. So that's exactly what I did. I started up my own company and now work full-time as a designer. Wow, you work as a designer? What kind of stuff do you make? Oh, you wouldn't happen to make welcome signs for weddings, would you? How about wedding invite letters? You know, that kind of thing? Oh, wait a sec, Tiff. Listen, I can make those things, and if you're going to ask me to make them for you, I can absolutely do it, but you should know it'll cost money. Is that okay with you? What the heck? You'd ask for money from your own family? Even though the stuff we need is going to be used for your own little brother's wedding? I'm your sister-in-law, Helen. Don't you think you're being a little stingy and small-minded here? Or is it just that things aren't going well with work and you're so broke you have no choice but to charge me? My brother warned me you might reach out, and he said that if you make any attempt to make me work for free to make things for the wedding, that I'm to refuse firmly. Funnily enough, he said that if you offer to pay for it, I should refuse even more insistently. Wait, what the hell? Kelvin said those things to you? Oh, God, why is he like this? He's a great guy most of the time, but whenever we discuss anything to do with the wedding, he becomes the stingiest guy on earth. He told me how you have a habit of trying to buy exorbitantly expensive add-ons for the wedding whenever you have free reign over the credit card. So much so that he had to limit your access. In his words, if we go over budget on this wedding, it'll have an impact on our lives for years down the line. Apparently, your spending got so out of hand he felt the need to anticipate whatever crazy purchase you might attempt to make next in order to come up with preventative and/or damage control measures. Wow, are you kidding me? He said all that? Oh my God, he's such a snake. You only get married once, Doesn't a girl deserve to enjoy the most special day of her life with no regrets? It's not fair. Why are you telling me this? If you have a problem with it, talk to Kelvin. You guys' attitudes towards this are so different that even I'm worried. You're pretty much day and night when it comes to your views on money and budgeting. Yeah, whatever. I don't need a lecture from you. I don't need your concern either, lady. You're a broke, single loser, and your ties to this family are so weak you barely even deserve to be called a part of it. No man would ever want you. You'll never get married, and you should keep your mean comments to yourself. Excuse me? Bye.
Helen, you got a minute? Are you really sure it's okay for me to have this $10,000 for the wedding?
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't have sent it otherwise, silly.
But Helen, seriously? Man, I don't even know where to begin with how uncomfortable this makes me.
The wedding costs, you're way over the budget you planned after you got engaged, right? You helped me out a bunch back when I started my company with things like introductions to potential employees, recommendations on accounting software, corporate registration procedures. I could go on. What I'm trying to say here, Kelvin, is that this is my way of saying thanks for everything you did for me.
I see. I can't describe how grateful I am for this, sis. Thanks so much. To be honest, it's a huge help. I'll use it wisely. I promise.
Hey, what the hell is this piece of junk, Helen? You've got some explaining to do. The coffee machine you gave us as a wedding gift, I just Googled it, and it apparently only costs $500. You frickin' tightwad. I know you're hardly a high roller, but I at least thought you made more money than that. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I was surprised at first when my brother told me you gave us that $10,000, but then, when I actually stopped to think about it, I realized there's no way a broke loser like you could be capable of getting that much money together. I know. I bet this was easy money you got from lucking out somehow, wasn't it? So go on. How'd you win it? A lottery ticket? A raffle? Gambling? Personally, my money's on a lottery ticket. I know you couldn't have come up with it yourself because you're dumb, useless, and don't have a single talent. Yep, I knew it. You're just a broke loser like I always thought. I can't believe you're actually so pathetic. You tried to prove you were better than me by donating $10,000 to the wedding fund. This is the most hilarious, tragic attempt at flexing at someone I've ever seen. Oh man, my sides hurt. Oh, I know. I just had a flash of genius. This is the perfect opportunity to add a little surprise to the banquet later on. Just for you. Get excited, girl. Woohoo! I did it! During the very last moments of the banquet, I finally managed to expose you as the pathetic, broke loser that you are. Now the whole world knows the truth. I don't know why my mom started panicking and dragging me out of the banquet hall all of a sudden, but I gotta say, that felt great. I feel so refreshed. Tiffany, what on earth do you think you're playing at? Why would you do something like that on such an important day? I can't make any sense of it at all. Just to make sure you don't forget, I'll write down everything I just said to the guests here, okay? You gave us $10,000 to help out with the wedding fund. With easy money you won on the lottery? Don't act self-important. That's nothing. If you didn't like me making that announcement on the loudspeakers in front of everyone at the wedding, then I suggest you do it properly next time and give me $10,000 you earned yourself. You couldn't even afford a proper wedding gift. I'm ashamed to call you my sister-in-law. You really should make more of an effort on fixing your mental health, you know? Because jealousy is disgusting, and no one likes jealous people. You're so broke, and everyone in this family hates you so much. It's actually painful to remember you exist. You are so never finding a husband. If you don't like being told the cold, hard truth, you need to give me another $500 on top of the $500 coffee machine you gave us pronto. Oh, and one more thing. Please do your best to understand what a useless moron you are, even if it means reading over my messages again. I really am trying to help you here. Fine. I want my $10,000 back. What? I'm afraid that ain't gonna happen, girl. Hang on. No way. Were you gonna try and give me my $500 out of the $10,000? What a tightwad. I do wish you at least wouldn't try and pretend you put that $10,000 together yourself, because, there's literally no way that's possible for someone as broke as you. Kelvin, have you seen the series of message screenshots I just sent you?
Yep. Oh my God. Helen, it looks like what you did for Tiff out of kindness and consideration totally backfired. Jeez, I can't believe she did that. I mean, seriously, easy money from winning on a lottery ticket. What the hell is going on in that head of hers?
It was her idea then. To be honest, I didn't think you'd say anything like that.
Of course I wouldn't. All I did was tell her plain and simple. My sister decided to help out by giving us the $10K we went over budget for on the wedding. Not only that, but for some inexplicable reason, she seems to think you're poor. I don't get it. I literally have no idea why she thinks that. Do you? I'm pretty sure I brought up the success of your business and your position in the business world on a few occasions during conversation with her before.
No, beats me too. I never go into detail, but I have told her about my work on a few occasions in the past. She might not know the extent of my earnings, but at the very least, she has no reason to think I'm broke, as she loves to put it.
God damn it, she couldn't be any wider off the mark if she tried. You don't need this, and you certainly don't deserve it, Helen. I'm sorry. Leave the rest to me. I'll make sure you get your $10K back too. I promise.
Got it. All right, Kelvin. It's in your hands now. Kelvin! Oh, there you are. Where have you been hiding? And more importantly, where are you right now? Everyone's gonna be waiting if we don't hurry up and get our butts to the after party ASAP. Move, let's go.
The after party is canceled.
What? Why?
Have you still not realized the gravity of what you've done? What you did to my sister at the banquet was unacceptable. How is it possible you're the only one who hasn't realized? My family, your family, the guests, even the freaking waiters, and obviously Helen herself, everyone was so disgusted with you, their jaws practically hit the floor. Do you still not get it?
Huh? What are you talking about?
You insulted my sister.
Huh?
Everything you said in that banquet hall in a despicable attempt to expose Helen was dead wrong. Helen ain't a broke loser. She's the founder and CEO of the fastest growing graphic design company in all of America.
Huh? Say what now?
And far from having no hope of finding a husband, she's currently engaged to Ben Silverstein, the son of the CEO of Goldman Sachs, one of the biggest banks on the planet.
Oh my God. What?
How can you claim to be surprised after all this time? I already told you this stuff.
Wait, really? No way. You can't have. I'd remember.
You plainly don't. Which is why the $10,000 she kindly gave us was most definitely not the prize money from a lottery ticket, and it wasn't something she came into possession of out of luck. She gave us her hard-earned money because she wanted to help.
No, wait. That can't be. Want to know why? Because I saw your sister buying a lottery ticket.
Sure, Helen does buy herself a lottery ticket once per year. Most she's ever won was $20.
No. This can't be. I'm serious, Kelvin. How come I've never seen her with this Silverstein guy, this supposed son of a CEO?
Because he's away on business in Europe. He plans on coming back to America to marry Helen next year.
No way. You mean your sister Helen was actually super amazing all along?
I already told you all this. I already knew you had a few strange ideas about the world, a slight tendency to make weird assumptions, and a habit of not paying attention to anyone when they spoke to you, but you've gone too far this time. I've had it with you. What the hell is your problem with my sister?
Kelvin, please hear me out. It makes sense, I swear. Think about it. Why the hell would anyone who works for Globex Corporation, one of the most prestigious companies in the world, quit to move back in with their parents?
She quit her job to prepare for starting up her own company, you idiot. And she didn't move back in with our parents. My mom and dad moved into the house she had built for them all.
What? You mean that 3-floor terraced house with a hot tub and mountain views belongs to your sister?
Yeah, for the millionth time, I already told you this.
Wait a sec. Oh my God. If it's not your parents' house, does that mean you won't inherit it one day?
Excuse me? Inherit?
I was so excited to be able to live in that house when your parents died. Ugh!
Jesus, Tiffany, you're messed up in the head. You seriously never listen to a word I say, do you?
Oh my God.
I was going to make my next decision based on how you reacted to me confronting you about what you did in the wedding, but I knew it. This is hopeless.
Wait, what? Kelvin?
I want a divorce.
Why?
Do I have to explain that too? Are you just conveniently ignoring the fact that you insulted my sister at our wedding in front of the whole banquet hall? After you just admitted to waiting for my parents to die so you could live in their house?
But I didn't think I was insulting her. In my mind, all I was doing was telling the truth.
Well, this is what you get for ignoring everything I tell you. Actions have consequences, Tiffany, and my patience has reached its limit. Want to know what the worst thing is? In spite of everything you've done, in spite of all the hurt, drama, and upset you've caused, you haven't uttered so much as a single word of apology. That's what swung my decision. That's what sealed your fate.
What am I even supposed to say to that?
I'm done speaking to you. Besides, we don't even have time for this right now. I have to go and explain the situation to everyone waiting for us at the after party who still think we're married.
Hey, wait! You don't have my consent for the divorce, you know.
Do you want to embarrass me even more than you already have?
Huh?
My parents had to explain to everyone everything you said about my sister was a lie after my mom dragged you out of the hall. Those who already knew Helen is a successful businesswoman were appalled with you right then and there, as soon as you started speaking. But those who didn't, and who may have actually believed the crap you spewed about her, were left looking meek and embarrassed. I even had some guy come up to me and ask, "Hey buddy, are you sure marrying Helen is the right thing to do?" Before my parents took the mic, explained everything, and set the record straight.
That's awful.
Yep, and it was entirely your fault. Nothing you say or do could possibly change my mind at this point. I've lost all faith in you, and it's never coming back. We'll be continuing this conversation through my lawyer.
What the heck, Kelvin? Why would you hire a lawyer? Talk about overreacting.
If you think a lawyer is overreacting after what you did, this is more hopeless than I thought.
But why?
This will go on forever unless we call it a day here. Go home with your parents. I never want to see you again.
Wait, please.
Goodbye, Tiffany.
Me and Kelvin were concerned Tiffany might launch an assault on our parents' house after that, but thankfully, our fears never came true, the divorce was finalized, and everything more or less settled down. Or so we thought. Because after that, Tiffany showed up in the place we least expected it. Believe it or not, she began stalking the son of the CEO of Goldman Snacks, a famous donut chain. It would appear she was trying to kill two birds with one stone, and stealing my fiancé, she could exact her revenge on me while simultaneously marrying into wealth beyond her wildest dreams. Unfortunately for her, my fiancé is the son of the CEO of Goldman Blacks, a bank. Not only that, but he's away on work business in Europe. In a hilarious irony, her inability to pay attention to anything anyone tells her resulted in her being arrested and forced to pay copious amounts of compensation for accidentally stalking a complete stranger. Oh, and let's not forget the compensation she already owes my brother for the absurd stunt she pulled at their wedding. Shortly after her arrest, Tiffany was disowned by her parents, but not before her dad got her a job at a friend's factory in a final act of compassion. Probably in the hope that she'd use it as an opportunity to turn her life around. Rumor has it her new boss is as strict as they come, so she'll have no choice but to be on her best behavior at all times from now on. As for me, I'm just enjoying my newly found peace and quiet. What a relief that she's gone. I don't need toxic people in my life, and neither do you folks.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey Karen, your shirt on Lex. Would you mind not ogling my husband?
Huh? Excuse me? I never oogled your husband. Besides, I've never even met your husband. Your parents said that I'm just a simple maid, not part of the family. I wasn't even able to meet your parents and wasn't invited to the wedding.
I'm coming home with my husband Paul today.
Excuse me? Today?
Yeah. You have a problem with that?
No problem. It just seemed so sudden.
Says he wants to take souvenirs that he brought home from his business trip. Before it expires or something. He's adamant about seeing my parents' place. He just won't shut up about it. So I was kind of forced into it. So what I'm saying is, don't use your googly eyes to gape at my husband when he arrives. Just wanted to warn you beforehand is all.
Now why would I do that? I'm your older brother's wife, for Pete's sake. I don't want to act disloyal to my husband. I'm not that kind of person.
Well, I hope you keep it that way. And make sure you have the house spotless before we arrive. You're our personal maid. I expect this place to be immaculate.
All right, I'll do the best I can.
We'll be arriving in about 20 minutes.
Wait, 20 minutes?
Hey, Paul. I wish you had spent more time at my place. It was the first time visiting after all.
Yeah, it's just that I remembered I had an urgent matter to take care of.
Oh, really?
You haven't been back in a while, Megan. Relax, spend a bit of time with your folks.
Yeah, I plan on it. Going to stay overnight. You know what? I saw you talking to our maid while she was cleaning the bathroom. What was that about?
Yeah, just said hello. She's not a maid, she's your brother's wife, isn't she? She's a relative and I figured I should say hello and introduce myself. You know what I mean?
Oh, so that's what it was about.
Kinda seems weird to call your sister-in-law, your older brother's wife, a maid. What's going on?
Yeah, that woman? She has no relatives.
Wait, you mean she has no family? Her parents are passed?
That's right. Not sure if they passed, but what I do know is that she was brought up in an orphanage and only has a high school education. And she's no beauty, as you saw for yourself. How could a woman like that have a normal married life, right? My brother thought she would be the perfect maid for our home and agreed to marry her. She should be thankful.
Are you telling me that she works for free as a maid?
Absolutely. That's what she is. A cleaning lady. She's my brother's wife, but she's unattractive. So being a maid is just what the doctor ordered.
Man, that is one weird situation.
My brother and mom are both in agreement. They actually like the whole arrangement. So, no problem. Secretly, I think she enjoys it.
I see. That means we better get divorced.
Wait, a what? Say that again?
Megan, I'm disappointed in you. I didn't realise you were such an awful person.
Wait a sec. Paul, what are you saying?
I better get going. We'll talk later.
Paul, wait! What the hell are you talking about?
Is this Paul? This is Karen. You slipped me the note while at the house today? You remember? Is this line correct?
Yeah, Paul here, no problem. Sorry to surprise you like that this afternoon. Probably didn't know what was going on. You already left the house, right?
Yes. I grabbed what I could as you said in the note. I came to the business hotel that you reserved for me. I'm sitting in the room right now.
Seriously? What a relief. I'm glad I made up some reason to get into the house. I never thought you'd relent.
Oh yeah. You never visited this house before. During the wedding, they said the house was under renovation or something, as I recall.
Yeah, that's right.
But I must say, I was super surprised to see you. I never thought that you were the younger brother of my friend Elizabeth. She mentioned you a couple times in passing, but I didn't put two and two together. I had no idea that you married into this family. I wasn't invited to the wedding, and they never shared any photos, so how could I know, right?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Very unusual circumstances for sure. I only learned about it recently myself. I was just talking to my sister one day and things just didn't seem right. I made some inquiries. I had my suspicions, but I wasn't sure, so I made up some story and got her to invite me to the house. And there you were.
Elizabeth must have been really worried about me. Thank her when you see her.
I'm sure you can thank her yourself soon enough. She was very worried about you for the longest time. 3 months after you got married, you simply disappeared. My sister was worried sick about you. How long has it been since you disappeared? Wasn't it like 3 years? No, it must have been more like 4.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it has been 4 long years. One morning, my husband said we were moving into his parents' place. It was all so sudden. He sort of manipulated me into moving into the family home and made me work as a maid.
Did they make you change your phone number?
Yes. As soon as we moved into the house, they made me change the number. On top of that, I was only able to access his family members. They monitored me day and night. I worked as a maid and cooked 24/7. I thought of escaping, but I had no close relatives I could rely on. All the money that I saved over the years, that was all confiscated. With not a penny in my name, I wasn't able to do much less escape.
I see. It really must have been hard on you.
Oh, and that $300 you left with me? I'll make sure to pay you back. On my way over to the hotel, I did a bit of shopping. I'll pay every penny back. And the cost for the hotel, I'll pay that all back.
Regarding the cost, talk to Elizabeth when you reunite with her. Actually, it was all her idea. She put up all the money.
She did that for me?
She said she'll stop in at the hotel when you check out in the morning. You'll finally get reunited. Relax and get some rest tonight. Order some room service. You deserve it. The hotel is downtown, a good 2 hours from your husband's home. I doubt they'll find you there.
Yeah, right. They figure I have no money. They would never expect me to get so far. They are probably searching the neighborhood right about now.
We'll do all we can to help if you plan on getting a divorce. Please consider this your golden opportunity. If there is anything you need, we're at your disposal.
I can't thank you enough.
Just gain your freedom. We're rooting for you, Karen.
Thanks so much, Paul. You're like a knight in shining armor.
Karen, are you there? What the hell did you tell my husband? And where the hell did you disappear to? Get your ass back here and prepare some breakfast, for God's sake. You left the house last night and haven't returned. Where the hell did you go? What's the matter with you? You really got nerve disobeying us.
Good morning, Megan. I've decided to divorce your brother.
Pardon me?
I don't want you to get the wrong idea later on, so I'm going to explain it all here. Your husband, Paul, he happens to be the younger brother of my best friend. We grew up together in that institution.
Wait, what did you just say? You mean Elizabeth? Paul's sister is your best friend?
That's right. We first met in junior high and became best of friends. After we both started our respective careers, we were no longer able to see much of each other. But we've contacted each other online from time to time. However, 4 years ago, after I was forced to move into your parents' place, I lost all contact with her. And then yesterday, your husband, Paul, approached me while I was cleaning the bathroom and whispered that he was Elizabeth's younger brother, that he came to verify the rumors that I was in prison there. He and Elizabeth made plans for the escape.
What are you talking about? I thought you said you had no relatives and had nobody to count on for help.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. But in the end, I was wrong. This may sound kind of strange, but thanks for bringing Paul into the house. I would have never escaped without his help.
What the hell are you talking about? That was not my intention. What's more, this whole thing is about to ruin my marriage.
I better get going. Elizabeth is picking me up soon. Goodbye, Megan.
What? Hold it a second. I'm not finished with you just yet. Karen, pick up! I'll tell my brother to treat you better, so come on, talk to me, and tell Paul to reconsider this divorce nonsense. Karen, where the hell did you go? Nobody's doing the cleaning and cooking after you divorced my brother. This place is a pigsty. My brother quit his job too. News about the divorce apparently reached the workplace. He couldn't stand all the gossip. Mom and Dad, even my brother, they're all breathing down my neck because of you. They'd say it's my fault that you left. Paul divorced me, so I was tasked to do all the house cleaning. Please get back here, marry my brother again, and get back to being the good man you were. Please. Even our neighbors are gawking at us like we're crooks. I can't take this any longer. Please, Karen, at least respond to my messages.
Good evening, Karen. I heard you rented an apartment near my sister's place.
Hey, Paul. Good evening. That's right. Small, but it's pretty nice. My divorce finally went through. Like you, your sister introduced me to a job at her company, and I just started working there a few days ago. It's been 4 long years, so I have to get used to it, but I think I can handle it. No problem.
That's great to hear, but just don't overdo it. There's plenty of time. If you need any help, make sure you give me or my sister a call. We'll help in any way we can.
Thanks, Paul. I really appreciate it. Well, for starters,
Yeah, sure. What is it?
it's Liz's birthday next month, right? I thought we could celebrate with just the 3 of us. Do you happen to know a restaurant nearby we could go to?
Sure thing. I know a couple of nice places around here. Give me the details later, like your budget, date and time, and so forth.
Okay, I'll do that.
If there's anything else, don't hesitate to ask.
Yeah, I'll do that. Hey, Paul,
Is there something else?
I really appreciate what you did for me. Thanks so much. After my great escape, I was finally able to get a divorce. During the divorce proceedings, we learned that the money I had saved, which was later confiscated by my husband's parents, was actually used to fund Megan's wedding. Fortunately, thanks to the lawyer Liz got me, I was able to get all that back, every last penny. But what's more, I was able to extract a considerable amount for damages, emotional distress for those dreadful 4 years I was forced to work as a maid. I kept a considerable amount of evidence during my confinement, such as recordings and even some video of the abuse. The neighbors also witnessed numerous occasions of abuse and was willing to testify on my behalf. The total amount for damages exceeded $60,000. I demanded a one-time payment, and I got it. As a result, they were forced to sell their house and all the assets they possessed. Last I heard, they were all living in a small apartment near the railroad tracks. But even there, they continued to disturb their neighbors with their constant bickering and fighting. I'm sure it's only a matter of time before they are evicted.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.